Good afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News. You're with me, Sarah Fonseca. But before we head into our stories, first we'll take a look at your headlines.
Group including UNP councillors of the Maharagama Urban Council boycott council sessions against the appointment of Kanti Kodikara and 5 others as councillors. Speaker makes clarification on reports of MPs accepting money. Sini Mohammed Ismail appointed to parliamentary seat, left vacant following the resignation of Mohammed Hanifa Mohammed Nawawi. At least 18 people killed and over 90 wounded in explosion in Baghdad.
Into one of your leading stories now, Speaker Karu Jayasuriya informed Parliament today that the Secretary to the President has been requested to provide all the documents of the report compiled at the Presidential Commission of Inquiry into the Central Bank bond scam. The Speaker was responding to a question raised by Chief Opposition MP Annaroo Kumari this Lanka. The Speaker said the document will be obtained as soon as the President's Secretary arrived in the island following an overseas visit. Speaker Karu Jayasuriya further informed in Parliament that certain statements circulating about MPs obtaining money inside and outside Parliament are all false accusations. A group including UNP councillor of the Maharagama Urban Council have boycotted the council session today against the appointment of Kanti Kodikara and 5 other councillors. The group, including the UNP councillors, charged that this appointment is illegal.
The Elections Commissioner used the powers of the independence of the commissions and appointed 6 people from outside the list. So we expressed our opposition in a peaceful and justifiable manner. In the midst of this, Councillor Vasantha Masakorala was assaulted and Councillor Lalit, who represents Badalgama and works closely with us, was locked in the chairman's office by the chairman himself. They are working with a group of thugs. The senior councillors voiced their protest to this. As a result, a group who are not even residents of Maharagama and have no belongings in the Maharagama Urban Council attempted to assault our councillors. 5 councillors of the JVP, 1 councillor from the BAT, 11 from the UNP and 1 from the SLFP have taken measures in this council to protect the public mandate which we have secured.
Kanti Kodikara and 5 others took oaths before former President Mahinda Rajapaksa this morning. The newly appointed councillor Kanti Kodikara expressed the following views to Newsfirst.
The Elections Commissioner has gazetted this. According to this gazette, we took oaths and came to the council in a legal manner. There is no illegality here whatsoever. The other opposition parties to the Flower Bud who contested the local government election raised a point that this cannot be done. But this against a backdrop where 44,000 people voted. It is a public mandate that should take everything forward. This group of the motorcycle who do not represent the Maharagama electoral have handed in their resignation. So the 6 of us were appointed to those vacant seats. This was not something done by force. We informed the people to vote for the motorcycle instead of the flower bud. And now we are fulfilling the promise we made to the people.
Now, Sini Mohammed Ismail has been appointed to the parliamentary seat which was made vacant following the resignation of Mohammed Hanifa Mohammed Nawawi of the Sri Lanka Muslim Congress nominated by the United National Party.
The appointment has been made via an extraordinary gazette issued by the Elections Commission. Sini Mohammed Ismail has been nominated to the position by the General Secretary of the UNP.
Another phase in the series of programs titled Beginning of Change was held in Galle yesterday. Speaking at the event, JVP leader MP Annaroo Kumari this Lanka commented on the 20th Amendment to the Constitution.
I want FM to take it. The first step is we need a 2/3 majority in Parliament. We have only 6, so we need another 150. But remember, in 2001, we had 10 seats in Parliament, and instability rose in Parliament. After a group got together with Ranil, the government had a minority in Parliament. At that instance, we created a probationary situation and said we will support the government with our 10 seats for a year if the 17th Amendment is enacted. So the 17th Amendment was passed in Parliament as a result of that. So the 17th Amendment was passed with 10 MPs. There were 224 votes, 223 excluding the Speaker. We started then with 10, and today we start with 6. If you take the composition of Parliament, the UNP has 106 seats and Maithripala Sirisena has 23. There are 16 who are relatively close to Maithripala Sirisena. Mahinda Rajapaksa has 54. But whether or not those 54 are still there is uncertain. We have 6, the TNA has 16. So neither the 6, 16, 54, the group of 16, the 23, nor the 106 can do this, can they? So they can only be approved through a common consensus in Parliament. This is how the good amendments have been brought forward. Speaking further, the JVP leader expressed the following views. Mahinda Rajapaksa made a statement recently opposite the temple of the Sacred Tooth relic. Even he is in favour of the executive presidency being abolished. Regardless of what ulterior political motive he has, thank you. There is a group who are against this being abolished. Who are they? Under what condition does Gotabaya Rajapaksa have a political journey? On the condition that Mahinda Rajapaksa does not have a place. If the executive presidency continues, Mahinda cannot contest the next presidential election. This gives Gotabaya a chance. By some chance, if the executive presidency does get abolished, Mahinda can contest for Prime Minister. Then Gotabaya will have no chance. So it is a group who are aiming for Gotabaya who are primarily against this.
Financial donations were made to 120 mosques in the city of Colombo ahead of the Ramadan festival. The donation was made under the patronage of Mayor of Colombo, Rosi Senanaika.
A group including the Western Province Governor Hemakumara Nanayakara were also present for the occasion.
At different occasions, certain things have to be done, engraved reconciliation among society. About a month ago, a sum of 50,000 rupees was donated to 140 temples for Vesak. We also hope to make a similar donation to Hindu Kovils for Deepavali. Come in December, we will render our support to churches. As Mayor of the Colombo Municipal Council, I assure you these measures will be taken to celebrate this diversity.
More in local news now, the National Dengue Control Unit says a special dengue eradication program will be carried out in the areas where the spread of dengue has increased.
Specialist Dr. Hasit Tisera of the unit said the rate of patients in such areas has increased rapidly. Dr. Tisera also noted that officers from the Tri-Forces, Civil Defence Forces and health sectors have been assigned to carry out dengue eradication programs. Dr. Tisera further requested the public to be cautious about the disease as it could easily spread due to prevailing rainfall. Meanwhile, during the course of this year, more than 20,000 dengue patients have been reported island-wide, while 20 people have died from dengue.
A person was attacked and killed by a wild elephant in the Dahambava area in Polonnaruwa.
The victim was attacked by around 10 last night when he was returning home from work. The victim is 39-year-old Sarat Nandasiri, a father of one. He was a resident of Madirigiri area. Area residents said that the Dahambava, Bisopura, Diggalpura and Atamagaswava villages are under constant threat from wild elephants. They say the elephants destroy their cultivations.
Meanwhile, an elephant carcass was found in a private land in Siabalagasena, Anamatua.
Wildlife officials said the elephant had died of electrocution. The officials said the 18-year-old elephant was about 7 feet tall. The owner of the land was arrested by wildlife officials. Our correspondent said the suspect has been handed over to the Anamaduva police.
A very good evening and welcome. This is Primetime News on Newsfirst. I'm Ramesh Irugal Bandar.